Welcome to this week's Word of Hope from the Scriptures. I'm Roxanne Eilers, and I'm here in Silver Spur Ranch. And it's all full of cactus and all deserty here, and it's real beautiful. Today I'm going to be talking about giving. And we're in Luke chapter 6, verse 38. Do you know who the biggest giver is? The biggest giver is God. God gave us His Son. Out of the love of His heart, He gave the most precious thing to us, His Son. And He wants us to be givers. He wants us to give out of love. Now we're going to look at that verse in Luke 6:38. The first part says give. Now what are we to give? We're to give of our time, our finances, our resources, to give out of our abundance, to give out of our need. We're to give spiritually, emotionally, and physically. There's so much that we can give. The next part is give, and it shall be given unto you. That's a spiritual principle that God set into place, that when we give, it will come back to us. Now you might be asking, well, I've been giving in my finances and I haven't gotten finances back. Well, you're sowing and you will reap if you faint not. You see, when you plant a seed, sometimes a watermelon will come up, and you plant a different seed and a fruit tree will grow up. And it takes longer for the fruit tree. So you have to know that when you sow, you will reap. It is a spiritual principle. So give, and it shall be given unto you. How? Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Jesus was talking about measuring grain when he was talking about this illustration. And the people back in the ancient time, they'd wear these long tunics that were real baggy. And whatever they couldn't carry in their hands, they'd put in the tunic. So when they went to get grain, the grain was poured in the tunic, pressed down, shaken together so that it could hold more grain. And they kept pouring the grain in until it overflowed. And then they take the grain home. And that's how God gives back to us. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. The last part of that verse is, the second to the last part is, men shall give unto your bosom. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Pressed down, shaken together, running over, shall men give unto your bosom. God uses people to bless us. He uses people to bring things to us, finances, houses, clothing, different things, comfort, encouragement, time. God uses people to bless us. The last part of that verse is, give, and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, running over, shall men give unto your bosom. For with the same measure you meet, it will be measured back to you. So what you sow, you will reap. If you sow sparingly, you will reap sparingly. If you sow abundantly, you will reap abundantly. We want to sow abundantly. Now, I want to pray for you and ask God to bless your week, to bless you abundantly. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. May your life be blessed. And remember that surely goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life, and you will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.